What's up guys, Wilson here, and we have a different type of video that we are showing you today, and it's sort of a change of pace. We have two McLaren 765LTs, and this one right over here already has a full body ClearGuard Alpha paint protection film installation, whereas this one is a work in progress. But for this video, what I want to do is actually do a quick comparison and a closer look at the two of these cars. And who better to have in this video than one of the owners of this car, and that's Phong over here. Phong, thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And what I want to do today is kind of pick your brains a little bit, and obviously there are a lot of differences for these cars. And for supercars, there are a lot of options that you could choose from, and if you decide to check all the boxes, it could get insanely expensive, right?
Indeed.
So you're kind of balancing what you really like versus just wanting everything on your car, right? So first off, Ludis Blue, and this one is Cirrus Gray. That's the most glaring difference between these two. And beyond that, I was actually informed by Phong, no less, that you have the carbon fiber pack on your car, and you can see it's carbon fiber throughout, and I think it matches really well. Whereas this one has the MSO blackout pack, where all those bottom areas that are normally palladium, it is now blacked out and gloss black. So Phong, what was your thought process in getting carbon fiber all throughout your car like this?
So for me, a supercar has to have carbon fiber, and so that was the one thing that was a must-have for my car.
Right.
Like you said, standard is just a palladium
Gray,
gray, and so I wanted the exterior to have carbon fiber. With the LT model, there's a lot of carbon fiber on top already, so I just want to just tie the entire theme up with the exterior lower half of the car with carbon fiber.
I think that absolutely works so well with your car, and there's something more luxurious, right, when you have carbon fiber throughout, and it just breaks up that kind of monotony of having full same body color, or even just having black, although black I think works really well with this car too, right?
Yeah.
So next, let's talk about the color of the car, Ludis Blue. Now, I just went through a process of ordering a car, and there were tons of colors, and that was my hardest choice that I had to make. I'm guessing that was the same for you, so why don't you talk a little bit about your choosing this color?
Yeah, I think color choice is one of the toughest one. For me, all of my other cars been black or blue, white, and so with this one I wanted something fun. I've always gravitated towards a blue color, so I went in and I asked to see all the color sample of blue, and McLaren gave me about 35 sample for me to look at, and so that made it even more difficult. I end up taking a couple home, look at it in the sun, compare it, and Ludis Blue is the one that really stood out for me, so that's what I went with.
Yeah, I mean, I think this color is absolutely amazing. When it's indoors, it has this nice glossy blue. When outdoors, it really pops. So yeah. I think that's absolutely a great choice right there. So beyond the color, one other thing that I noticed about your car versus this one is the seat choice. So why don't we come back and take a closer look at this. Now, inside your car, you went with the P1 seats, right?
That's right.
Whereas this owner went with the Senna seats. And so what was the decision making that went into this? Did you actually sit in different types of seats, or you kind of knew what you wanted for this?
Yeah, so when I went in to spec this one, they just happened to have one with the center seat, and I got a chance to sat in it and try to see if it's something that I would like.
Yeah.
After about 5 to 10 minutes of it, I didn't feel as comfortable as I imagined it to be, and I've had a P1 seat before, and so I really enjoyed it. It holds me in well when I drive Spirited, and it's comfortable. At the end of the day, I know I was going to drive this car a lot, so I wanted something with more comfort, but at the same time have the little support that I needed.
So I think a lot of times it comes down to finding that balance, right?
Right,
When
right.
it comes to something like this.
Right.
Now, another part that I noticed is that you went with the MSO carbon fiber sills on here. I think it matches really well. And was that a difficult decision, or you kind of just knew that you wanted that?
I knew that I wanted more carbon fiber. I mean, with the LT, we had the exposed carbon fiber in the floor and more interior with carbon fiber. So I wanted something that really tied in with this theme. And you know, with the orange seatbelt, I know the lettering was going to be orange, so it was an easy choice for me there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it matches. I mean, the orange calipers out here being somewhat of the same shade, so I think overall it just ties in exterior and interior.
Yeah.
So let's make our way back here to take a look at something or a part of this car that I think is the most recognizable, at least for myself. And those are the quad pipes on the back of the LTs. Now on Phong, on your car, you went with the stealth pack that blacks out that back area, whereas this one, it has the titanium pipes, and there's definitely more contrast with that. So what was your thinking when choosing this versus keeping it titanium?
So with this one, I do like the titanium tip, but in order to get that, I had to get this spoiler mechanism in a silver finish, and that to me didn't really tie in with the back end of this car. So I wanted to make sure that this was black, and then to get that black, I had to get the black tip as well.
Gotcha. So the minute differences that an owner goes through in the thought process of these, when they're speccing these cars, it really gets down to the nitty-gritty details,
Exactly.
something like that, right? Now, my question is, I think you're probably in the same boat as me, where where I personally really like the titanium pipes. If that was an option for you to keep your pipes titanium and this part black, would you have chosen that?
Absolutely, 100%.
So yeah, I mean, I think one of the great things about having it just pure titanium like that is when it starts to change color, it kind of gives you that gratification that you're putting the car to good use, right?
Exactly.
Whereas when it's just like this and you see these pipes and it's just so clean, it just feels uncomfortable, right? So I think for your car, having the stealth pack actually works out really well. Like I mentioned to you earlier, the only thing that I wish McLaren would have done was if you went with the stealth pack to provide black emblem on the back, I think that would have been perfect.
I agree with you on that one.
So, all right, so guys, that was a quick look at the difference between the two of these 765LTs, and it's kind of rare to have two in the shop at the same time, because normally we have one where we're working on it and then another one comes after the first one leaves. So I really want to thank Phong for agreeing to do this quick look video for us today. And what we can do now is return the car back to you, and if you won't mind, maybe you could start your car, let us hear the exhaust note on your car, and we'll send it right there.
All right,
sounds good.